Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Probably Plays live show here on our YouTube channel. We are back to break down some college football and NFL games for the holiday season. We also have a chance to win $50 for a YouTube member as well. We're going to spin the wheel at the end of this. Trey, we've got some NFL games. We've got some college football games. Let's break into these games. It's going to be light and breezy today. Nothing too serious, all right? Let's just break down these games. We're going to start in college football. We've got the Birmingham Bowl we're going to start with. Trey, you got that up? Here we go. It's going to be Troy -7 against Duke. The over-under is 44.5. Who do you like here?
Dang, this game's going to be pretty interesting. I know Duke has had a lot of people transfer out. So they're going to be basically without most of their team and without most of their starters. And Troy, they're still playing some great football here. I'm going to go with Troy here in this game. I feel like every weekend that we have done the college bowl game so far, I've just been taking the favorites, and it's been working out for me more often than not. So that's what I'm going to continue here doing, at least in this game. Give me Troy here, -6.5. I'm going to buy a half point.
Yeah, I'm with you. Troy -6.5 to play. Troy's been a wagon this season, and even if Duke didn't have all these players out, I still think Troy would put up a fight. I am going to name the players out for Duke. We have Riley Leonard out. We have Jordan Waters out, starting quarterback, starting receiver. We have 1, 2, 3 starting defensive linemen out who play 400-plus snaps. We have the starting linebacker. We have 2 starting corners, and we have the strong safety out in this game as well. So Duke's going to be missing 5 to 6 key pieces on that defense, and they're going to be missing their starting quarterback and their running back. Troy's missing hardly nobody. Troy's won 11 games this season for a reason. They've covered the spread in 4 or 5 games. I think Troy rolls over Duke here. I might take the team total. Let me see the team total for Troy, Trey. That Duke defense is taking a beating with this transfer portal and injuries. I might take that team total.
It's at 26.5 for you.
Oh, yeah. Give me that team total over 26.5 as well for Troy. 2 plays for me. Let's move on to the Camellia Bowl. Arkansas State going up against Northern Illinois. I cannot talk about this game, Trey, because I wrote it up on the site. So if you want to see that game, BearsProfitPlays.com. I wrote that game up, and I am very confident in one of the sites here. But Trey, I'll let you talk about it.
So we got a comment squad. What's up, Crypto? Guido, the Guidos. Hey, it reminds me of the good old days of Jersey Shore. But for this game, Northern Illinois is at Arkansas State. This is going to be a fun game to watch. Both teams are trying to cut their chops here. But I'm going to go. He says, I took Trey BYU pick just earlier. Yeah, smart play. BYU, they're gonna just destroy Bellarmine. I'm excited to watch that game whenever it tips off. BYU's offense is elite. But I guess back to this college basketball game, I'm going to take Arkansas State here -2.5. I don't hate the money line. It's a little bit juiced. Maybe throw this play and another play in a money line parlay. Northern Illinois, they have Rocky Lombardi as their quarterback, and he is an embarrassing name to the Rockies and embarrassing for the Lombardis, in my opinion, because he is just not a good quarterback whatsoever. He's trying to transfer his way around college football, try to find a home, and it's not Northern Illinois. They're going to get rocked here in this game. Give me Arkansas State -2.5.
All right, I'm not going to say anything about the game because I don't want to give it away. So we're going to move right along. We're going to be looking at the Armed Forces Bowl. Big game here, massive game here. James Madison gets into a bowl game because there weren't a lot of good teams this season in college football. Going up against Air Force, spread -1.5 in favor of James Madison. Over/under is 40.5. Trey, you want to start us off here?
Yeah, and this spread even jumped, well, it came out at +3.5 versus Air Force. Now it's creeping closer and closer to a pick'em. It might be close to a pick'em, maybe even a pick'em whenever it kicks off here. And I gave this play out as our NCAA football game picks on the free YouTube side. That'll drop tomorrow morning, so watch out for that. But for me, on a game pick-wise, I'm going to be taking James Madison here, -1.5. I really loved Air Force whenever I was initially doing my research, and I found out that James Madison, yes, they have a lot of transfers going in and out, but it looks like all the people that are in the transfer portal are playing in this game. Jordan McLeod's in. That's basically the only one that really matters. James Madison defensive line, they're playing this game. They have the best defensive line. They only allow, I think 40-some rushing yards per game. Air Force, they live by their running game. So I'm going to go with James Madison here, -1.5, and maybe even on the money line at -120.
Yeah, I'm going to be with you here. James Madison on the money line in a big way. Air Force, they've lost 4 in a row. I mean, they were one of the best teams. They were sitting at 8-0, and they lost 4 in a row. Boise State, UNLV, Hawaii, Army. That's because their starting quarterback, Zach Larrier. Is it Trey? Larrier?
Yep, Larrier.
Zach Larrier. He's been out for the last couple games, and whenever they were talking to the coach in the post game and interviews up to the bowl game here, he said he's optimistically possible to play. So I don't know if you guys read or understand coach, but that means he's not going to play. With him off the field, I think JMU takes this one pretty easily. Also, JMU, like Trey said, McLeod's playing, the running backs are playing, the entire defensive line's playing. I think James Madison takes this game, and I'm glad they're going to take this game because I'm glad they squeaked into a bowl game because a lot of teams couldn't get bowl eligible. So give me James Madison with Trey here on the money line. Although it is the Armed Forces Bowl, Air Force, they might want to win that one for the Armed Forces Bowl. But give me James Madison here with Trey. Trey, let's move on to the next game, the Potato Bowl. One of my favorite bowls, the Potato Bowl. Georgia State going up against Utah State. Who's going to win this one?
It's a shame that Idaho is not good enough to make this game this year. Come on. Or maybe even Boise State. I know it's not a good game like Boise State, like the LA Bowl, but come on, you got to want to play in the Potato Bowl. But for me, I'm going to be going with Georgia State here. I'm going to take the Dogs. I'm going to take them at +1.5. I don't hate the money line pick, but you got to just take the point just in case something crazy happens. Georgia State, they've been playing some great football this year. Their quarterback Granger, he has been everything and more. He's a great runner. He's a great passer. He's going to do everything he can to get Georgia State a bowl win. And Utah State, they're all right. They had a quarterback that played the last game of the season for them, did really well. And then he said, I hate this team so much. I'm going to go join the Marines or whatever he joined. I don't know what he did, maybe Navy SEAL, but he said, I hate this team so much. I'm going to go risk my life for my country. Shout out him, though. But I'm going to go with Georgia State here, +1.5.
That did happen. I won't lie. That happened. I'm going to be against you here, Trey, and I'm going to change your mind to take Utah State. I'm going to take them on the money line. Marcus Carroll's not going to play in this game, and that is devastating for Georgia State. He's one of the best players on the field for them. He's the running back. He played 720 snaps this season. They're also going to be without 2 of their offensive linemen. So if they can't get the running game going, that's big problems for Georgia State. They've also lost 5 in a row coming into this game, and they have only covered the spread in one of those 5 games. Utah State, they've won 3 of their last 4. They put up 40-plus points in 2 of the last 3 games, 30-plus points in 3 of the last 4 games. I think they keep this interesting, and I think they win this game, Trey. So I'm going to take the Utah State Aggies on the money line as my play. We're going to be split for that one. Let's go over to the next bowl game, 68 Ventures Bowl. You have any idea what that means?
68 Ventures, is that like an alcohol thing maybe?
I have no idea, but it's going to be South Alabama going up against Eastern Michigan, representing the MAC conference for Eastern Michigan. South Alabama, huge favorites here, -17, over under 46 points. Who do you like here?
Just Google. It's an investment company. Whatever they do, Who knows? But this game's going to be an interesting game. Bear, he's a big guy of South Alabama, so I'm interested to see which side he's going to go. Bear, I know you have the transfers in and transfers out. Do you know if Eastern Michigan's running back is going to play in this game? Does it say that he's out?
It says that he is going to be playing.
Oh, that's huge. That is
Eastern
huge.
Michigan's transfers are quarterback Austin Smith, tight end who didn't play a lot of snaps. Really, it's a guard and a quarterback. They're not going to have starting quarterback and a starting guard.
We got Cam Southard saying South Bama by 1 million, and hey, 1 million's a lot of points. 17 is a lot of points. But I'm going to go with the MAC team here. I'm going to go with them at +17. As long as they got their running back, his name is leaking my brain right now, but I'm just seeing him as a big old white guy with long blonde hair. I think it's Samson Evans, if I'm being honest. Yes. Yeah, Samson Evans, he is a dog, and he's going to try to will his team to a victory here. I think he's a senior, so this is going to be his last game here. So he's going to get a lot of touches. I love Samson Evans. I've bet on his player prop a lot over the last couple of years. So he's going to do his best to keep this game close. Let's go, Mac.
Okay, so it is Evans, but I've got a big problem because I just looked it up. Smith's the starting quarterback. He's going to be gone, and they have 3 quarterbacks who have combined for 100 yards this season. I'm seeing C. McCoy. Could that be? No, that's definitely not a relation to Colt McCoy. I'm going to take South Alabama -17. I just can't do it. EMU without their quarterback, they're probably not going to be able to move the ball through the air. South Alabama is very, very good at stopping the run, although Evans is a monster, like Trey said. I don't trust them. I don't think they can score. So I'm going to take South Alabama -17. Give me the -16.5 if I can buy a half point there. But this feels like a game that I might just eat candy watching another game and just pass up on this game. But Trey, let's move on to the next bowl game. Big game here, a game I'm interested in. Las Vegas Bowl, Utah going up against Northwestern. Utah's -6.5. Over under is 41.5. Who do you like here?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Northwestern here, +6.5. They've been fighting really hard, and they have a lot less opt-outs than what Utah does. Unless I'm wrong, Bear's going to touch on that a little bit later. But I love Northwestern here. They've been playing some tough football. They were battling adversity right before the season began, and I think a lot of people bet their under on wins this season, which I think was at 3.5. And look at them here now. They are bowl eligible, playing and then pretty good bowl game here going up against Utah. So I'm going to say that they're going to fight hard in this game. This is going to be a very low scoring game. So I also don't hate the under 41.5. But just for the game pick wise, give me the points. Give me Northwestern plus 6.5.
Landon, we're going to get whenever we finish with these games, we'll talk some props. I think that's the Georgia Tech UCF game tonight he's talking about. You're going to have to give us some time to look up some of the stats for that one. But Trey's right on with this one. I'm going to take Northwestern and give me Northwestern on the money line, Trey, because they're going to win this game against Utah. Nate Johnson, transfer portal for Utah, quarterback. Bryson Barnes, starting quarterback, transferred, 540 snaps, 249 snaps. They don't have a quarterback. It's that simple. Northwestern's very tough on defense. They've won 4 of the last 5 games. They covered the spread in 5 of the last 5 games. They are perfect against the spread over the last 5. They are battling. They're a Big Ten team. This is going to be a disgusting game to watch because I feel like it's going to be a pump battle. Whoever wins the pump battle wins the game. So I'm going to take Northwestern on the money line. I think they get it done. So we're going to be on the same side there. Let's move on to the Hawaii Bowl. I'm very upset again. Hawaii Bowl, no Hawaii. Make it make sense. Coastal Carolina going up against San Jose State. San Jose State minus 10. Over under is 46.5. Is this game on the island? I'm assuming it is.
This game is on the island, boys.
Okay. Who do you like here?
I'm going to go with San Jose State here. I'm going to take them at minus 9.5. If you guys watched our NFL game pick and prop videos, which you haven't yet because it drops tomorrow morning, you will see that I gave out Chevin Cordero, San Jose State's quarterback, over 1.5 pass touchdowns. So I think he's going to have himself a day. And San Jose State's offense is pretty good. Coastal Carolina, they kind of fluttered there at the end of the season. Grayson McCall, he is not going to play in this game, did not play it in their season. They struggled, continue to struggle here in this game. Give me San Jose State here, minus 9.5 on the island, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, you said it all. Grayson McCall's not playing. They looked very bad without Grayson McCall. They went to the backup quarterback, Jarrett Guest. Guess what? He's also in the transfer portal. So they're going to go to the third quarterback. He hasn't thrown the ball yet this season. They are also going to be without their two of their best 3 receivers. Jared Brown's the best receiver. Tyson Mobley's the second best receiver. They're going to be without their starting linebacker, a starting edge rusher, 2 starting corners. This is going to be trouble for Coastal Carolina. San Jose State's no joke this season. They're a very good team. They're going to run the ball. They're going to throw the ball. They're going to put up 50-plus points. Give me San Jose State minus 9.5 as the play with you there, Trey. Let's move on to the Quick Lane Bowl. Bowling Green, MAC team again, going up against Minnesota. Man, this one's going to stink too. -4 Minnesota, over under 39.5.
That is on Tuesday, Bear.
Oh, we're done then.
We're done with college
football. We're done
football.
for Saturday. All right, good. Let's go to the NFL. Let's go to the NFL, break down the 2 games for Saturday NFL. Let's start with the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the Bengals. Big game, big in-division game. Bengals -3, over under 38. I'll go first. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I'm going to buy the hook plus 3.5. Mike Tomlin at home dog. Got to take the Steelers here. We're going to get Mason Rudolph the Resno Reindeer. Christmas time, you got to take Mason Rudolph here. Pittsburgh plus 3.5. Trey?
Man, this game is tough. Home pups for Tomlin. You kind of have to go with that, but it's hard to bet hard-earned money on Mason Rudolph. I know Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but the guy's a freaking bum. I mean, we're talking about Mason Rudolph here.
Would you rather have Mason or Mitch?
I would rather have Kenny Pickett, but if I have to choose out of those 2, I would have to go with Mitch. At least, he knows what he's doing out there. Last time we saw Mason Rudolph prior to last week's game, he got assaulted by Myles Garrett for a good reason. I mean, the guy's a bum. He's not good. But this Bengals team isn't good either. They don't have Jamar Chase. I mean, they're good, but they have Jake Browning. They're backup as well. I really love the under here in this game. But for game pick-wise, give me the Bengals. I'm going to buy half point -2.5. I mean, I don't love it, guys. This is a stay-away game for me. I really love the late game on the Saturday slate, but it's easier to put your money on the Bengals than it is on the Steelers. It looks like we got some comments here. What's up, Brett? And he says, Skeet Daddy says Bengals on the money line. He's with me. And he also says he would prefer Mitch over Mason Rudolph. So so me and Skeet Daddy, maybe we're on the same page here.
I don't necessarily disagree. We haven't really seen – was Mason's last game the game against Myles Garrett?
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Well, damn. God, I don't love the game either, but give me Pittsburgh as a home dog. All right, let's move on to the last game, and then we're going to talk some props. These guys have some props. We're going to give out a dog of the week and our parlay lock as well, Trey. Let's do the night game. Buffalo Bills going up against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers saved the NFL by firing Staley finally. The Buffalo Bills are still -12.5. Hottest team in the league, over under 44. Who do you like?
Yeah, guys, if you watched our NFL game pick video tomorrow, you will see what I really love. But I'm going to stay away from what I gave out on that video. Instead, I'm going to give out the Bills minus 12.5 in this game. They are going to win this game by 2 touchdowns, guys. We're talking about the Chargers. This is going to be a pretty close game early, but then in the second half, the Bills are just going to lay down the hammer. We're going to see a lot of Bildos being thrown on the field, so watch out for that. So game of the Bills minus 12.5.
Are you not worried about the interim bump?
No, because at the end of the day, does anybody know? Has anybody heard of the Chargers' new head coach? The guy's name.
I looked him up. I looked at his face. I looked him up, and I still didn't know who it was.
Yeah, so I don't think Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, and boys are going to be playing hard for that guy. I'm sorry about it.
Yeah, I'm with you here. Give me the Bills minus 12.5. I also like the Bills team total over the Chargers. They are letting anybody do whatever they want to them. Justin Herbert or not, this is a bad team until they make some very big changes in the front office, head coach. This team's going to suck for a long, long time. So give me the Bills minus 12.5. Give me the over team total for the Buffalo Bills as well. Also, Buffalo just dismantled the Dallas Cowboys, and the Dallas Cowboys are the best team in the NFL other than the Buffalo Bills. So, I mean, if the Bills can do that to the Cowboys, they can do that to the Chargers. That's it, Trey. We are done with NFL picks. Let's go over to – you want to do Dog of the Week first? You want to do the Parlay Lock?
I just opened up the UCF Georgia Tech game. Didn't know if that Landon is still around. We can give him out a quick prop for this game because the guy that I really love. I mean, we're talking about rushing yards here. Give me Hayes King. I'm going to be taking his over rushing 56.5. And I also really love John Rice Plumlee over 61.5. If you can go on Price Picks and they're offering you maybe a combo over rushing yards of both those guys, I would take it because both those guys, they love to run the ball, and we're going to see them do that a lot, showcasing themselves on the primetime tonight. Bear, what do you think?
Yeah, I was looking up stats, and let me pull up my FanDuel really quick because I know that I made a parlay with this guy in it. I just want to make sure I got the other guy in it as well. I'm on UCF, by the way, to win this game tonight. I think they cover the 6 as well. Let me pull this up really quick.
I mean, yeah, I like UCF as well. They've had a pretty up and down season in their inaugural season in the Big 12, but we're talking about Georgia Tech here, so I really love UCF in that game as well.
Yeah, I've got – you just want Georgia Tech players?
No, anybody. He said Georgia Tech props, but we can give it for the whole game or any game.
I've got R.J. Harvey over 116.5 rushing yards. He's gone over 100 in 6 of the last 7 games. He had 136 in his last game against Houston, 2 touchdowns. This guy scored 2+ touchdowns, Trey, in 4 consecutive games. He's an absolute monster. They love to give him the ball. And then I have that parlay with Fred VanVleet over his 9.5 assists, 100 wins, 330, if anybody's interested in that play. But let's go on to the Dog of the Week, Trey. I'm going to have you start us off because you are the head dog.
Yes, I'm up by 10 points right now, and I did not hit what I gave out last week. I gave out the Broncos +5. I'm rolling with another NFL dog here. Give me the Titans +3.5 here. I feel like it's kind of a trap game here for the Titans. I do have a lot of confidence in them. They're kind of going through it right now, but they're getting a big home game against the Seattle Seahawks here. Seattle, they might be riding high. I feel like 3.5 points for home dog Tennessee Titans. It's just too good to be true. Will Levis, we don't know if he's going to play or not. But at the end of the day, maybe Ryan Tannehill might be a little bit better for us in this game.
I really hope Drew Lock plays in that game and he shits the bed. And I want everybody to see how bad the Eagles are. So I love that play for you there, Trey. I'm going to go with the Steelers +3. Not a whole lot to pick from. I was going to maybe take EMU plus the 17, but South Alabama, they don't have hardly anybody leaving. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh +3. This is a must-win game for Mike Tomlin. He's really coaching for his job. I don't think Mike Tomlin's ever had a below 500 season. You might want to fact-check me on that, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't. And if they lose this game, they are in big-time trouble for not making the playoffs or not being above 500. So I think they protect home field one time. The trends for Mike Tomlin as a dog are very good. So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers +3 as my dog of the week. Trey, Parlay Lock. We've been pretty good on the Parlay Lock, I feel like.
500, we're 8-8 on the season overall, and that's a lot of money up for parlays. So I will love being 500 on parlays any given day. But for me, I'm going to be taking an NFL game here as well. I'm going to buy a half point. The Bears are currently -4. I'm going to buy a half point and get them at -3.5 to avoid a push and not a parlay hit. The Bears, they're playing for pride here. Eberflus, he's trying to save his job, so I think that he's going to be wanting to get the boys buzzing in this game. And he's going up against the Arizona Cardinals. They're kind of throwing in the towel, it seems like. So I love the Bears here in this home game for them.
Yeah, I like the Bears there too. Skeet Daddy says, time for Tomlin to relocate. Let me ask you a real question, Trey. Do you think the players like Mike Tomlin?
I think so. But at the end of the day, even whenever you like a guy, it's kind of hard because complacency kicks in after a while. Whenever you're at the same spot for so long, I feel like the messaging might not get through like it used to. Like, you can love a guy, but at the same time, not really hear what he's saying. But I got a quick question for you, Bear. If Mike Tomlin and Bill Belichick are both available, who would be more sought after?
Mike Tomlin, 100%.
You believe that? All right, guys, drop in the comments who you think, because I do believe Bill Belichick has been. Because, I mean, if you look at what the Steelers have been doing, there's a lot more talent on that Steelers team over the last handful of years, and they've been kind of falling on their face.
Okay, if they have a good quarterback, Mike Tomlin is a fine coach. Like,
I mean,
he's
Kenny Pickett
not had
is
a
an
quarterback
average
the last 2
quarterback.
years.
Kenny Pickett's average.
Kenny Pickett's okay. He's not average. He's below average, but he's okay, and they've been okay. They've been above 500 every year.
Oh, he says, okay, Ski Daddy's on your side. Tomlin 1,000%. Wow. Okay.
Bill Belichick, is he even a good coach? He had Tom Brady all those years.
Do you see how many Super Bowls the guy won? This is blasphemy. His defense is still elite. You cannot say his defense is not elite because they should. I'm not going to
disrespect the best coach maybe of all time, but questions have been asked. Was it all just Tom Brady? And from the stats that we have right now, Trey, the answer is yes. It's been all Tom Brady. But
put Bill Belichick on the Chargers, and he will have the same effect that Tom Brady had on the Bucs.
I disagree. I think Bill Belichick's done. I hope he's not, though, because I want him. I do want him to get to the. I think he only has to win like 50 more games to have the most wins for a head coach. So I do hope he gets that. He's a great coach. But I'm going to be looking at San Jose State minus 9.5. I thought about maybe taking the team total. It's sitting at 30. I feel like that's high, but it's not. It's definitely reachable for the San Jose State team. I think they can score 50. We've already talked about it. Coastal Carolina, they don't have Grayson McCall. They don't have 2 starting receivers. They don't have 3 edge rushers. They don't have a linebacker. They don't have 2 starting corners. They don't have a safety. This team is not going to put up a fight against San Jose State. San Jose State's bringing back everybody besides an offensive tackle and a linebacker. This game's probably going to get ugly. And if it does get ugly, San Jose State might put up 50. But I just think 9.5 is way too low for a Coastal Carolina team that we saw last 2 games. They looked dreadful against Army and JMU. So I don't even know if they can put up 20 points with the offense they have. Give me San Jose State minus 9.5. Trey, we got a 2-legger. Do we want to add one to get a little boost, or do we want to keep it at plus 236?
Ooh, I don't hate adding a leg. What would your leg be?
Well, let's do something we both agree on. You want to go college? You want to go college football? Or you want to go NFL?
I'd prefer NFL unless you have something really that you love.
I've got something you might like, and I gave it out as a free play. How about James Cook to score a touchdown against the Chargers?
Yeah, buddy, I really love that one. Okay. And let's see where that's sitting at right now. Is that a touchdown score for James Cook minus 115? So that would probably bump it up to what, like 450, 465?
Yeah, plus 4 something. I like it. James Cook in there to score a touchdown. He's been an absolute dog. The Dallas Cowboys couldn't stop him. It looked like the Dallas Cowboys forgot how to tackle. So yeah, give us James Cook over a touchdown. Before we get out of here, guys, thank you guys again for joining. Thank you guys for all the comments. We are going to give away $50 to one of our YouTube members. I think we're up to 23 now, Trey, YouTube members.
Yes, sir. We're making our way downtown.
We are growing one man, one woman at a time. We're up to 23. We're going to give $50 away every single week. So go join right now. $4.99 on our YouTube. You get all month's plays. We drop plays every single day. You get a chance to win $50. Trey, I'll let you randomize the wheel and then spin.
I randomized it 6 times before I put it on the screen. Good luck, everybody. And it looks like it's going to be going to our first ever member. Yes, it is. Nelson Sierra, our first ever member.
Nelson, first winner, Nelson Sierra. We will talk to you on the YouTube member plays side for you to get that $50. Guys, again, thank you, everybody, for being in the chat. Thanks for all the comments. This is going to do it for us tonight. Go watch our college football videos, NBA videos, NCAA basketball videos, and NFL videos. 4 videos out tomorrow on YouTube for the Saturday slate. Again, everybody, thank you for watching. Everybody have a great Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We'll see you guys next week. All right, everybody.